Hi traders, Chris here from Elite Currency. Going to take a look at the euro dollar and pound dollar at the end of this week. They are at critical decision zones, so let's take a look right now. Let's start with the daily chart. This is the euro dollar, and things are starting to look bearish on the euro dollar. We have lost the upside momentum with these bearish candles, about 4 in a row. We are seeing a bearish MACD crossover here with a thick red bar, and I think that this is looking, that bearish momentum is building up for the moment. Now, we were wondering, whether this breakout here and this breakout here, whether that could indeed lead to a bullish continuation of the uptrend, right? But we said that price would have to break above these tops first for that to get confirmed, and it didn't. And the downside has been relatively strong. So that's indicating that reaction to this could be just one part of a bigger correction down to the support, which is around this and around this zone, right? The previous bottom, basically. But even, of course, levels like 117.50 could provide a little bit of support as well around here. So those would be the spaces to the downside here. If price does break below the 21 EMA, there could be a breakout towards the bottom and then a continuation towards the next bottom. All right, and then there could be basically a bigger correction like this going on. This could be an A, this could be the B, and this could be the C, something like this, A, B, C correction. Now you're wondering maybe what type of ABC correction would that be? It is basically a wave 4, because from my point of view, this is looking like a wave 1, a 2, this is a strong wave 3. All of this is probably still a consolidation for wave 4. It's just that the wave 4 didn't end up here, but it looks like that now the wave 4 is extending further, and the wave 4 will probably end up somewhere in the future after this C is finished. So finish wave C, that will finish wave 4, and a new uptrend could emerge. All right, so let's zoom in, take a look. For the moment, this is starting to look like downside correction, downside. And price did bounce at that long-term moving average and the 50 fib. If you put a fib from here to here like this, you can see it bounced at that zone. But the bounce, although that was pretty strong, is looking pretty weak at this moment. So for any upside to occur, price should not break below this bottom, and price should break above this resistance trend line, and there could be a breakout to the upside. If price breaks below this bottom with a good candle, then in my view, a breakout to the downside is more likely, and I would actually flip the fib around from here to here like this, and there could be more downside to come like this between 119.40 down to 118.75 at first, then perhaps even extensions to 118.80 and 117.75. So something like that, candle correction continuation towards these fib targets. All right, and this could be then an A, B, C, like this. So that's something that's in the picture, but let's see what the breakout direction is. Up or down, a lot will depend, in my view, on these two trend lines. All right, pound dollar, more or less the same, I would say. Let's take a look at that daily candle. Daily chart is a little bit less bearish, and I think that has to do, well, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still right at this top 2. So from this point of view, an important decision zone as well. Price still has a little bit more space, I think, because it's falling, but there's still key support a little bit lower. And ultimately, it was in a triangle like this, as you can see, but price broke through the triangle to the downside. So there could be an ABC going on like that. And price could bounce at these targets, at the minus 272 target, and minus 61.8 target at 134.60 and 134.25. All right, so 134.60 and 134.25. Those could be the bouncing spots for a rally to the upside, and pound dollar might make one more of wave 5 if this is a wave 4. But if price starts to break below the long-term moving average here at around 134.50, then I don't think that this is a wave 4. And it could be a bigger reversal to the downside and a bigger breakout to the downside. So that's something to be aware of. So I would look for how the candles react here. If the price is breaking through 134.50, let me check again what the targets were. 134.20 actually. 1 second. but 134.20 could still be bouncing spot, I guess. But let's put the fib actually from here to here. There we go. All right. Yeah, that would be the max retracement, this zone right in here. Otherwise, things are not looking good for the bulls, I would say. I mean, this could still be a wave 4 if price bounces anywhere here. Max anywhere around 134.50, max 134.20. Otherwise, it does start to look like a downtrend, and there could be a correction and continuation like this for a move lower. Let's renew this template. 1 second. And that move lower. All right, where could it go if it breaks the short-term moving average? The long-term moving average is the next target. At the long-term moving average, there's also this trend line, so it would be basically, roughly speaking, this space that is kind of the expected move for the downside. Now, if it does bounce, then, as I said, price might make that upside still, might make a continuation higher, might break this resistance trend line, and continue with a breakout towards 136.50, 137, and 137.50. All right, that's it for now. Please check out our elitecurrency.com website. Check out specifically ECS.start, free package with a lot of material, and wish you all great trading. Cheers.